grandma, my nanny, was a beautiful, tall, kind woman. She was not educated, but when she met anyone, she would smile and welcome them. When she would travel with me, she would feel shy. I think she felt inadequate because of her lack of education. But from her, I learned hard work. She was unstoppable. She could go forever, working and serving people around her. I always felt her love for me. I would not be Fati without her. On Sunday morning, we were walking from East Brunswick, New Jersey, when I got a call from my brother. My nanny had passed away. It's hard for me to process this immense loss. When she married my grandfather, she moved to a completely new village where she felt like an outsider. She was very young. Do you know how hard it is grinding the wheat to make flour with your bare hands? That's what she used to do all day for this whole big family. They always gave her the hardest task, and she did them all without complaint. I didn't get to say goodbye to my nanny, my Amma Kori, because my activism work has made it so that I can't travel back to Pakistan. I made an impossible decision a few years ago to put this movement for the rights of millions of Sindhi girls and women above my ability to be with my loved ones. All this time, my nanny kept saying, Fati, everyone is saying that you won't be able to come back. In her mind, and I know, in her mind, it was like if I decide to come, I might be killed the way Benazir Bhutto and other Sindhi woman was. My nanny decided to become a midwife, even though she was looked down upon by some men in our village. We don't have any health facilities in the village. It's particularly difficult for women to get health care. And she wanted to provide services for the women around her. Women in Sindh face extreme challenges in basic health care, especially rural women. 68% have trouble getting to the hospital because of distance, and 76% have limited access to transportation. It is because of these obstacles my grandmother didn't have access to healthcare facilities. When she fell sick, a doctor came to see her and suggested that she go to a bigger hospital to get tests done. That means traveling to Hyderabad or Karachi from 1 hour to few hours drive from my village. My family doesn't have a car. Like so many women before her, healthcare was next to impossible to access. When my grandmother, my Amma Kori needed it the most. Women in my society contribute the most. They work in the fields, They take care of the family. They take care of the livestock, the household, the children. They make handicrafts. They make the food. Yet they are last to eat. Their work is valued the least. Men in my society make the smallest contribution, yet they feel entitled to take all of the credit and be served by these women. Only 35% of population in Sindh have safely managed drinking water. My mother, my grandmother would walk miles to fetch water for the family. I want to tell men that I see them. I see them not working and expecting everything in return. I believe that the amount of work you put in should determine the amount of care you get. But that's not what women and girls are experiencing in Sindh. Women have the hardest time accessing healthcare. They have hardest time accessing basic education. They have hardest time accessing the transportation. Young Sindhi girls are forced into marriages without their choice. Young girls from rural areas don't have any exposure. They don't know what's right or wrong for them. They are forced into these marriages. It is a slavery of a lifetime. Many experience physical, verbal, and sexual abuse in their new homes. Whoever I am today, it is from the sacrifices of women like my grandmother, my Amma Podi. With no education, no support, they were still able to provide for me and make me the strong woman that I am. They sacrificed so I could have a voice today. They showed me a way